Good afternoon, Koala community. This is Chris Matrix bringing you the third match today of the Koala Community Showdown. Of course, my name is Chris Matrix, and this match is brought to you by the Panorama Diner. Yay! No, but in all seriousness, we are going to be here on Route 66. Of course, this is one of the payload maps. We will be moving here through the highway, going all the way through, over through the diner, and then, of course, moving on into the town where all the bikers go, and ultimately ending up back into the hangar bay where the enemy team does have to move through and get it all the way here. It's going to be a good time. On the blue side, we have Team Nemo. Yay, Captain Nemo. And then we've got Team Skull over on the red side. Of course, the blue team, Team Nemo, is going to be taking the defense here. Looking at their team comp, they do have a Torbjorn, not normally seen in the competitive setup, but we will see how it works. He's going to be setting up the turret right up there on that rock, kind of a vulnerable position to have such a large, basically such a big target. The attacking team, though, doesn't really have much to take care of it straight away. Something like a Pharah and a Widow would be prime. Not too much is known on Ana yet about how well she could deal with that turret, but for all we know, it could be great. And Skull gonna go ahead and take B-Guy out in relatively quick fashion as we go ahead and move. He's gonna try to deal with the turret. They do know where the turret's at now, so hopefully they can get some damage down. It does get taken down in quite quick fashion as they do gain control of the payload. And of course, the Lucio doing Lucio things, trying to keep that payload contested as much as possible. They're going to go ahead and move forward and go ahead and just try to take out this point, try to gain that positional advantage. And it looks like they've only got one threat left to deal with, which was the Reaper, but it is now taking down Torbjorn. Of course, setting that turret up again in a pretty vulnerable spot. Not the worst to deal with, but again, it is pretty easy to take out, as you just see there. And Torbjorn does get taken care of as Skull now trying to move in and try to gain that positional advantage and snuff out the defending team from that payload. Doing a pretty good job so far, as they did switch to a Winston on the defending side. However, right now, not quite paying the dividends as they hoped it would as they continue the motions. The Roadhog is going to go whole hog, but it's going to get snuffed out by the Earth Shatter. That Earth Shatter coming out was absolutely just outstanding from Codex. Got at least 3 people in there and was able to snuff out any ultimates going out. And as the Graviton Surge is now getting ready to be brought out here by Druid, they're looking to get this first checkpoint in short fashion. But the defending team doing pretty well as far as getting or keeping the point taken care of, as it were. And now they're going to go ahead and chase that Reaper out, but they're leaving the payload completely off. And Skull now is actually doing what he should be and causing a nuisance, working with his team to try to keep the defending team back so they can move the payload in effective fashion. The Zarya not getting as much effect out as she would like. Using it on, using the left click on a Roadhog that's healing up. Yeah, it'll slow the healing down, but at that low of power, not really going to do too much except charge your ultimate. But, of course, she already had her ultimate, so she's not really gaining too much by doing that, other than keeping his HP bars down a little low. Another Earth Shatter coming down is going to get one, and Velvet Monk is going to be brought down by Codex now as Winston moving in, trying to get some damage down. Being just the the general nuisance tank that Winston is, and Codex going to miss here. But the sound barrier now coming down from Dodger with the Graviton Surge. Gonna get one, gonna get two. B-Guy doing a little bit of work there in the back. The third now going down. Skull's gonna go ahead and take out, but Arya now on the Oddwings kick. Winston just kind of forcing everybody back, not allowing the payload to really move all that far. And now Codex is in a little bit of trouble. He's on this payload all by himself, but he will get Velvet down in relatively good fashion as Nemo now with the Riptire is looking and looking. The Ana misses and it does blow up, but it did not get it didn't get any damage down on anybody from what it looked like. As Codex now pushing up, applying pressure to the team. But Seymour Sunshine is now moving in, trying to hold the offensive team out, as he does have Whole Hog available now. He will be able to push off should they have the need. It looks like he's going to hold onto it for now, though. Right now, as Lynx getting a visor out to get that second checkpoint. And they are, again, on the move and into probably the most difficult part for the offense here, and that is this, I guess you could call it a bay, as they've got all kinds of stuff in here. Storage facility, bay, yeah, storage. We'll just call it a storage facility. As the chokes here are pretty tight, and the spawn is ever closer for the defensive side. It's going to be a challenge to see, well, it'll be interesting at the very least to see how the offensive team does handle it right now, as the defending squad is moving in and getting all kinds of work done. The Nanoboots going on to Reinhardt, and as well as the Earth Shatter, and they are blowing all the ultimates here for this push. They do have 3 members of the defense down, 4 now. Sunshine getting dangerously low here as they're trying to pursue him. Does get the Zarya shield there on the Skull so he can finish it off. And oh, Velvet Monk now being brought down here by Skull and Oddlings. The res is going to come out, though. It's only going to get the one, and Ong going to be brought down as well. Both healers are now down for the defending squad, but the Riptire from Captain Nemo is going to shut down the push as they are continually working and trying to get this in. The point is contested, but they are going to hold here. They do get a little bit of a hold, but they do have Dodger, of course, moving in, and B-Guy being the ever-bearing nuisance that Lucio is. Gotta look behind you, Skull. Gotta look behind you. Make sure your team is behind you before you go in. You've got Roadhog there looking out for the flank here. But Skull getting in there, causing all kinds of disruption, not getting too much damage down. But Arya now on the Winston, getting a little bit hurt there as the defensive squad is looking to close it out with only 2 minutes remaining. They are almost there, ladies and gentlemen. We will go ahead and move over to Nemo here as he does manage to get a pretty decent flank off. Not getting too much damage down. He needs to get that Ana. If he can get their healers down, they won't have any way to sustain right now. As the sound barrier now coming out for the defensive squad, they are moving in, trying ever so desperately to keep that payload off of that finish line, and doing a pretty good job of it so far. Skull does have his Dragon Strike available, the only ult right now available for the attacking squad, as he's going to move in. He does spot the Mercy, and Mercy is now on the run, but he is going hard. The Mercy does end up falling. The Winston not going to be taken out quite that easily, as B-Guy goes ahead and cleans up that kill. While they are trying to move, they do have a fairly solid defense setup. Now it's going to be up to the attacking squad to see where they can make their push. They've got 45 seconds left. Oddlinks does blow the visor, and the sound barrier goes off as well. The last ultimate available right now is the Nano Boost from Ana. The Graviton Surge is coming up as it just comes up now, and he's going to go ahead and blow it straight away. They're going to try to work to get as much damage down as possible, but the sound barrier coming in to counter that, and Winston, of course, going bananas, throwing everybody around. The primary damage dealer was, of course, his focus there, and there was a missile barrage going down, but Monk was shut down pretty quickly there as they're going to continue to push. If they can continue the zone, the res does go off, so Farah does come back up, but not quite in enough time. Round 1 will stop here with the full push going to the red team. And as we switch sides, it's going to be really interesting to see how they adjust their strategy now for the defense side. One thing we do want to watch here is the team captain of the red squad, as we're getting a little bit of frame lag here. I'm A little interested to wonder why that frame lag happened. It might be just due to everybody selecting heroes and all of the fun stuff there, but is what it is. And I can't quite get onto the heroes just yet, as they are still assembling, but we will as soon as they become available. And we are now into the match. One person we are going to be watching here is the team captain of Team Skull, and that is, of course, Skull. He is going to go with that Hanzo. As far as defense is concerned, he is a very strong sniper. He can. One thing I do really like about Hanzo is that he is capable of moving not only off to long distance, but he can also get up in your face and deal quite a bit of damage there as well. And with his mobility, able to scale walls and able to get vision of your team, and then that scatter arrow. Of course, we all know the pains of the scatter arrow. He's really versatile. A little weak on the HP side, but again, his role is to deal the damages and to get vision of the enemy team. And this Hanzo is actually playing in a pretty aggressive position for the defense. And we will go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and follow Arya here. See if we can get a good aerial view of the battlefield. He's going to try to take the flank, and he goes straight for the support there. Skull getting taken out by Ong too, but going to get quickly cleaned up. And as we move in, Seymour Sunshine is looking to take a flank as well. They're not quite on the point yet. They are getting it contested, and they're finally able to get it here on the move. The defending squad, though, trying to maintain the high ground, which is very, very, I guess you say it's almost necessary, but it's trying to find the right words to put it in. Very vital to maintain the high ground, especially on this first point. The high ground gives you just so much of an advantage, especially when you have someone like a Junkrat on your squad and a Pharah on your squad, because you're able to utilize your elevation to more easily land with projectiles. As you can see right now, Velvet Monk staying on the low ground here, attempting to maintain some sort of presence here on the payload. They only have 2 on the payload right now, so he's not really able to get to that high ground for the sheer fact that they're just not able to keep the amount of bodies needed on the payload. But wow, an excellent Earth Shatter does come out from Nemo, and we are moving on. Now this next point, the defense is going to have an interesting time, I guess you could say, trying to hold, as they are attempting now to get themselves in position, but the blue squad already way ahead of them. They're going to have a massive advantage here as they push to this next point, and that is evident in the way that they are getting pushed back, as the visor now is available for Oddlinks, and the ult's coming out, and now he's going to blow it right when Reinhardt throws his shield up. A long hair now coming in with the Tranquility is going to get an excellent pushback, as they are off the point for the time being. Arya now trying to move in, take Soldier out, not landing the rockets as needed, and Codex will go ahead and clean up the Pharah. Blue team now trying to move in, didn't quite get the pin down there, and wow, a great avoid there by Oddlinks on that Earth Shatter. That was superb. He used just that little bit of rock he had to get out of the line of sight of it, and was able to effectively dodge that Earth Shatter and get the kill down onto the Reinhardt. But the attacking squad will get this point taken care of, as Ong now moving in, trying to take out the damage dealers for the defense. And Ong doing a pretty good job staying alive at the very least. His Dragon Strike is available. His team did kind of give away his position, but he will get elevated. Uh-oh, this is not a great position to be doing while he's in a Dragon Strike. He is virtually going to lose all of it. That's unfortunate. The ult was pretty much wasted, but let's see if he can get some work down on to the McCree. The Zarya shield coming in there at the last second to save Skull. Brilliant, brilliant play there by Druid to just make sure his team stays alive. As Zarya, you're kind of more of a supporty tank, but you can also deal out an insane amount of damage, as we have a good amount of ults now coming out for the attacking squad. And Arya kind of using the the seismic rocket there to get there just a little bit faster. He's going to find himself in a pretty precarious position here, as he doesn't really have too much of his team with him. They have their McCree in Seymour Sunshine over there, kind of causing a distraction for him, but not much else, and he will get taken down. As Sunshine now finally making his way back. But Oddlinks now actually throwing the visor down, not getting a whole lot out of it. They did manage to get Ong's Tracer out of the picture, but now it will be up to the attacking team to get their reset taken care of, as the Earth Shatter is now up again for Captain Nemo, and they are moving in. Are they going to be able to get a decent Earth Shatter down there? I think this Earth Shatter is going to be what takes care of it. Oh, but the Graviton Surge is going to negate any effect because the entire team was not able to get there. The Res now coming out from B-Guy, and the High Noon from Seymour Sunshine. They got 2. They got 3. And now with 3 people down on the red squad, blue squad now does have the opportunity, and wow, the concussive shot there from Farah effectively going to get rid of the High Noon there. That was a rather smart move. Right now, as Team Nemo moving forward, it does look like they'll be able to take this next point with relative ease, provided Dodger doesn't do Lucio things, which, guess what, he's Lucio, he's doing Lucio things. Managing to stay alive for quite a bit there. Nemo going to be able to clean it up, though. And now it does look like the defending squad is going to fall back and just prepare here for the 3rd point. As, wow, that new McCree putting in a lot of work. Even with Zenyatta's buffed health, he was able to just 2-shot him, essentially. Very, very good, very smart play coming out from Seymour Sunshine right now. And Arya now holding the high flank for the attacking squad, doing an excellent job of keeping their team tunneled. They do have their soldier now coming in to try and duel with them, and not working out quite as planned as Dodger comes in for the assist. Seymour Sunshine now trying to work another flank, but he's going to rejoin his team. Oddlinks, though, dropping the visor down, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get any work done with that. But the Helix Rocket is going to get Commander Sunshine. It's Commander Sunshine, not Seymour Sunshine. What am I doing with my life? And Arya now does have her Missile Barrage available. I really want to see what they can do with this Missile Barrage, because that Missile Barrage could very well dictate how they do the next push. And out here it comes. He gets the Lucio. The Zarya falls as well, and the Roadhog now in a very, very precarious position. Still keeping quite a bit of health, but there we go. That's a team wipe there for the red team, and now the other half is coming back up, so it's going to be effectively a 3v6. But it's how they work the 3v6. Oddlinks getting taken down in short fashion there by the Arya, and now we're going to watch the B guy try to get a little bit of help. Arya doing quite a bit of work. And Ongbong, I was really just calling Ong. He's getting in there, and it does look like they're going to be able to take it, and they do take it down. Good round from all. And are we going to go into sudden death? I want to say we're sudden death. Yeah. All right, we're in sudden death. The coin flip is out, and the blue squad will be the one attacking. Whew. All right, Captain Nemo going to be on the attacking side. They really don't have too much work that they need to do. They do need to get to the first checkpoint in order to get the win. I forget how much time they get on Route 66. I want to say a minute 35. But given that, they do have a rather long distance to go. They have to go all the way from that start point through the road, around the gas station, and to the first set of bomb doors. So we will see. We will definitely see. I want to see what they're going to be doing for this attacking formation. And it looks like they're going to go with basically what they had in the first try. Monk there on the Junkrat, B guy, of course, rolling out the support. Commander Sunshine is going to be switching to the Genji, though. Nemo back on the right heart, Ong on the soldier, and Arya on the Pharah. And what I think will ultimately determine this will be either the flanking capabilities, which they don't have anymore. Commander Sunshine did switch over to the Zarya, so they will be running with the double tank, as well as the defending squad. Skull is going to be on that bastion. As we can see, he is set up right there in that first train hangar, but he does look like he'll be moving a little bit. Maybe not quite. He's going to move to get into that side door. But it's going to be interesting. If Arya can spot this out, it will mean a lot of pain for the defending squad. We don't quite know if it's going to happen that way, though. He does see him off to the right. He misses the first rocket, though, and gets quickly dealt with there by Skull. And Skull getting a lot of damage down on to that first push there from the attacking squad. And now it's just kind of a denial game at this point. He's going to go ahead and heal himself back up. Oh, Ong tried to get the flank on, not quite successful. And now the reposition comes out. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get there quite in time. So now the attacking squad has an advantage here, as Skull not going to get taken down there by Arya. And here comes the ultimate now from Skull. See how much work he is able to get done. He does take out the Reinhardt. Can he get the rest of the squad? Okay, so that was effectively the end of that push. But Skull's now going to set back up. Arya in quite a bit of trouble, as he just can't stay out of the crosshairs. But Arya will end up getting that down. Res is now available for the attacking squad. They have 25 seconds left. If they can stay on the point the entire time, they will be okay. But it is going to determine, like, basically, if the Mercy can get this res off, if the push is thwarted out, all Mercy really has to do is stay alive here. The res will get burned, though, with 7 seconds left. Now is where the real work starts for the attacking squad. Velvet Monk in quite a bit of trouble here. Now they have to stay on this point, or else that overtime will tick out. Of course, if overtime goes over 20 seconds, there will be a faster burn-off time. So we'll see just how long. It will be at least 20 seconds, so they have to stay on this point the entire time. We're now getting taken down by the grenades there of the Junkrat. Arya in a little bit of trouble here, but he gets a nice double. Nemo coming in to assist there, does find the teleporter, and the teleporter is taken down. They're doing a hard forward push here, trying to keep them from any kind of squelch. Zarya now trying to move in over that point. The point is moving. It is continuing to move. If they can hold the 2 choke points here, the 3 choke points, sorry, they will be good to go, and they will win this overtime. But they are moving in, and they are moving in with force. No ults available for the defending squad, unfortunately. They will do what they can. Dodger doing Lucio things, staying alive and staying on the point, keeping it from moving, but Oddjinx gets the visor off, and the res does come down. Earthshatter now coming down from Druid, sorry, and getting a lot of work done, but not quite enough, as Commander Sunshine's Graviton Surge groups them all together. And the team wipe will come out. Unfortunately, that did not work out too well, but the team of Captain Nemo is going to go ahead and take the match out of overtime. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. My name has been Chris Matrix. If you like this video, please make sure to throw it a thumbs up. And of course, if you like and would like to see more content like this, please be sure to subscribe. And until next time, my name is Chris Matrix. You guys stay awesome.